The latest, Israel soon allowing some tour groups to visit the country's tourism ministry on Sunday said it will begin allowing organized tour groups into the country beginning September 19. Israel launched a similar program in May after vaccinating most of its population early this year. But the program was suspended in August as the Delta variant began to spread. In recent weeks, the country has begun administering booster shots to anyone who was vaccinated over 5 months ago. The campaign has shown signs of controlling the Delta outbreak, allowing the government to begin allowing tourists to return. 2 anchors of COVID safety net ending, affecting millions in U.S. Miami teens football game to honor dad who died of COVID. Germany urges vaccine shots, warns of fall COVID-19 surge. Florida deals with deadliest phase yet of the pandemic. Dr. Anthony Fauci told CBS Face the Nation Sunday that it is still the Biden administration's plan in some respects to begin the third doses the week of September 20th, pending approval by the Food and Drug Administration. The administration had hoped that both Pfizer and Moderna booster shots would be rolled out at that time. But Fauci said it is conceivable that for Moderna's, there might be at most a couple of weeks, a few weeks delayed, if any, while the company provides more data to the FDA on the booster's efficacy. President Joe Biden on August 18 touted boosters as a protection against the virus' more transmissible Delta variant, and said Americans should consider getting a booster 8 months after their second shot. Ron Klain, Biden's chief of staff, said Sunday the administration had always made clear that September 20th was a target date, and no one's going to get boosters until the FDA says they're approved. Klain told CNN, "We're ready to go once the science says go." Rome, the Italian health minister has indicated that a meeting of his G20 counterparts could yield a pledge about ensuring COVID-19 vaccines reach everyone in poor countries. Minister Roberto Speranza told reporters on Sunday, after the opening session of the 2-day meeting in Rome, that he hopes the gathering would yield a pact about the challenge to bring vaccines to everyone, including the more fragile populations. Speranza lamented that there is a deep gap between wealthier countries and poorer ones regarding vaccine distribution. He expressed optimism the group of 20 nations gathering would result in resolve so that the vaccine is the right of everybody and not just a privilege for a few. Italy currently holds the rotating G20 presidency. Speranza also held separate meetings with the health ministers of Britain, India, and Russia. On the eve of the gathering, Speranza tweeted that only by working together can we guarantee a fair distribution of COVID-19 vaccines. London, Britain's government has confirmed that it plans to introduce vaccine passports for nightclubs and large-scale gatherings from next month. Vaccines Minister Nadhim Zahawi said Sunday that officials are looking to begin the certification measures from the end of September, when the whole over 18 population would have been offered 2 COVID-19 vaccine doses. Zahawi told Sky News that this was the right thing to do to ensure the economy remains open. Lawmakers and businesses, however, have criticized the measure as divisive and say they could embroil nightclubs in discrimination cases. The best thing to do is to work with the industry to make sure that they can open safely and sustainably in the long term, and the best way to do that is to check vaccine status, he said. The plans mean that people who want to enter nightclubs and other large-scale events will be required to show proof they have had 2 doses of a coronavirus vaccine. Scottish leader Nicola Sturgeon said earlier this week vaccine passports will be required for nightclubs and large events from later this month, as Scotland faces a spike in infections. Dubai, United Arab Emirates, the Kingdom of Bahrain has authorized a third booster shot of Russia's Sputnik V coronavirus vaccine for anyone above the age of 18 who received their second dose at least 6 months ago. The country's coronavirus task force is encouraging residents who received the Sputnik jab to register for the extra dose. Already, the government has rolled out Pfizer-BioNTech booster shots to people 6 months after they received 2 shots of China's Sinopharm vaccine. The Mideast island nation is one of the world's leaders in per capita inoculations, largely relying on the Sinopharm shot. Daily infections in the country of 1.6 million have sharply declined from peaks reached a few months ago and now hover around 100 new cases per day. The country, which has recorded over 272,900 infections, is also producing the Sputnik V vaccine to supply demand across the Middle East and North Africa. Religious and secular Israelis alike mark Jewish New Year Rosh Hashanah on Monday night. Jews will also mark the fast day of Yom Kippur and the week-long Sukkot festival over the next few weeks. The holiday season is marked by traditional family gatherings as well as packed services in synagogues. The government has urged families to avoid large gatherings, and synagogue prayers will be limited to small groups of vaccinated people. Bennett told his cabinet on Sunday that unvaccinated children shouldn't be brought to synagogues. Last year, the holiday season led to a spike in coronavirus infections that resulted in a full lockdown. Berlin, the German disease control agency, says that more than 4 million people have contracted the coronavirus in the country since the outbreak of the pandemic. The Robert Koch Institute reported 400,5641 cases on Sunday. The actual number of cases is likely much higher, as many infections go unnoticed. The institute said 92,346 people have died of COVID-19 in Germany. Top health officials have urged more citizens to get vaccinated. More than 61% of the German population, or 50.9 million people, are fully vaccinated, but that's less than in other European countries. The daily vaccination rate has been dropping for weeks. Germany's disease control agency on Saturday reported 10,835 new COVID-19 cases. That's up from 10,303 a week ago. Olympia, Washington, days after suing to block what is believed to be among the nation's strictest COVID-19 employee vaccine mandates, Washington's largest state labor union has announced a tentative agreement for Governor Jay Inslee's order for state workers. The Northwest News Network reports the Washington Federation of State Employees has negotiated terms for Inslee's mandate that all 46,000 of its union members be fully vaccinated by October 18 or lose their jobs. The new agreement, which still needs to be ratified, was announced Saturday and defines the exceptions and religious and medical exemptions process for employees who can't or won't get their shots.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.